Dinosaur Adventure Land in Lenox, Alabama at Genesis Baptist Church. We're on November 14th, 2023, Exodus chapter 16. Some people just don't listen. You'll see in a minute here. Don't heed the warning. We're on Rumble and Genesis Baptist Church on YouTube, on Odyssey, Kent Hovind Official, and a bunch more on Genesis. You can get them at drdino.com. Coming to you live, Genesis Baptist Church, old-fashioned, independent, fundamental, right-wing, radical, chicken-eating, KJV, soul-winning Baptist Church. That believes the Bible is the infallible, inspired, inerrant word of the living God. We believe it. If anybody's coming from Dallas this way, please give me a call soon. We got a friend who wants to donate some stuff from Dallas to bring here, so please call me. Say, I'm coming. I got room in my car, in my truck or something. And give me a call. Okay, let's see. Here we are, Genesis Baptist Church. We love science. We have all kinds of science lessons, science activities to teach about science in the Bible. Okay, we produce hundreds of videos on science in the Bible to draw you closer to the Lord. What are you waiting for? Come visit. Okay, November the 14th, it is Exodus chapter 16 tonight. Next week, Thanksgiving for 3 days. Come on down. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're going to cook, I don't know, a camel or something. Had to be something big. Everybody can eat it. All right, let's see. Don't need December. Walking sticks, I did that. If you want to help us to open for free, join our 777 Club. See, I like what they're doing. I'm going to help them keep going there. Brother, your family's been here a couple days. How you liking it?
Love it.
You're pastoring a church in where?
Salem, Ohio.
Salem, Ohio. You want to come tell people about your church, get more customers? Hurry, come on up. Get the camera there, Billy. Billy, get on the camera. Good. Hi. There. Amen. So tell the whole world who you are, where you're from, and what you do. And
All right. My name is Pastor Justin. I am from Salem, Ohio, Calvary Baptist Church. We're one of those small churches there. We just love the Lord. We preach from the King James. We just been there for about 2 years now, and it's just a great group of people. So if you're in Salem area in Ohio, come on down, visit us. Love to have you.
all right. And how'd the kids like Dinosaur Adventure Land?
Oh, they loved it. Yes, absolutely. They're still wandering around wanting to go check everything out. So
Yeah.
It's been a great time. Yeah, very awesome.
It's free.
And it's free.
Can't beat that. All right. Thank you, brother.
Awesome.
You do a
Thank
good
you.
job up there, okay?
Appreciate it.
You got some sinners in Ohio, if I recall. All right. Help us go to drdino.com. Say, I want to help you guys join our 777 Club. 7.5 years open for free. Okay. Donation for PayPal is there if you want to do that. And let's see. Make any checks to CSE. Okay, I'm going to get our video series. We go through a lot of these. This changes lives. 18 hours for $50. Give them out for Christmas presents. Or get our special messages for Christmas presents, stocking stuffers. Or get my Woe series, What on Earth is About to Happen. We produced a lot of videos. We want to strengthen your faith and draw you closer to the Lord. But you got to watch them. You can't just, absorb it by osmosis. Doesn't work that way. Okay, help us out if you would. Let's see. Let's go to slide number 1373, 73, enter. Exodus chapter 16. And they took their journey. The congregation of the children of Israel came into the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after their departing out of the land. This is how they started their calendar. When they left Egypt, they started the brand new calendar. There are quite a few different calendars in use around the world. We're not going to go through all that tonight, but we use the Gregorian calendar in our country. And so this is now, November. It's not that way in other countries, okay? And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron. Here they go again. Murmuring, complaining, griping. Yep. Wilderness of Sin. Now this guy has the traditional route of the Exodus, and this is wrong. And they have children of Israel crossing the Red Sea right there. And here's the wilderness of Sin on this map. The maps are all different, okay? This one's wrong. And they're called the wilderness of Zin up here. This guy does a little better. He's got them crossing the Red Sea down there, but actually it was halfway up the Gulf of Aqaba, but it's closer than the other one. And they got the wilderness, let's see, Mount Sinai getting close over there. Anyway, the children of Israel, a whole congregation, murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. Hey, when everything's going wrong, blame the leader, right? That's what they always do. Yeah, it's always the leader's fault. Children of Israel said unto them, would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt. I wish we had died. What? They just got their freedom now for a little over a month. And they say, I wish we had died. When we sat by the flesh pots. Sat by the flesh pots, nothing. You guys were slaves working for Pharaoh. and we did eat bread to the full. Right. You know, see, that's something when things are going bad, you can remember how it used to be, and it always sounds a little better, doesn't it? Yeah, let's just go back. No, no, no. For ye have brought us forth into the wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. Is that why Moses brought them out there? To kill them? No, God rescued you guys. Remember the 10 plagues he sent on Egypt and the miracles, and you're following a miraculous cloud and a pillar of fire? I think God's leading you. Why don't you be a little more grateful, okay? Then said the Lord unto Moses, Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you. Wow. Well, I want God to talk to me like that. Just guide me, Lord. All of you should be praying for the Lord to guide you in decisions you make in your life. He said, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them. God's doing this to test them. We'll pick up this much every day. Don't start hoarding it up. I'm going to provide you your daily bread. You know, give us this day our daily bread. No, I want the whole year ahead of time, don't we? Some people aren't content to wait on God each day. They got to have, $10 million in the bank to feel secure. Yeah. Whether they will walk in my way or no. See, God's not sending you the food in the mail, guys, okay? God's not going to cook it for you and bring it to you while you sit and do nothing. You have to stop your grumbling, shut off the video games long enough to go pick up your own manna, and then you got to cook it. God's going to make it rain down on the ground, and you got to go pick it up. Some people think God doesn't provide for them unless they get a check in the mail. Go get a job. Go get 3 jobs, 10 jobs. Do something. Wait for the check in the mail. Go pick up your own manna and cook it yourself. Right. And it came to pass that on the 6th day that they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily. Why is that? Because they're supposed to rest on the 7th day. They get twice as much on the 6th day so they can take a day off. And if you will give God 10% of your income, He'll give you'll be able to survive better on the 90% than you can on the 100. Something about just God rebukes the devourer, he said in the book of Malachi. And Moses and Aaron said unto all the children of Israel, he said you get twice as much. At even then ye shall know that the Lord hath brought you out of the land of Egypt. And in the morning, when ye shall see the glory of God, for that he heareth your murmurings against the Lord. And what are we that ye murmur against us? Moses and Aaron saying, hey, why are you guys murmuring against us? This is God. Okay, God's going to show you. And Moses said, this shall be when the Lord shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full, that the Lord heareth your murmurings, and ye murmur against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against the Lord. These people still grumbling. I like that grumble song. Grumble on a Monday, grumble on a Tuesday. And Moses spake unto Aaron, say unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, come near before the Lord. He hath heard your murmurings. Come on in, guys. God's heard your murmurings. Okay. And it came to pass, as Aaron spake unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel, that they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of the Lord appeared in the cloud. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. By the way, God hears everything you say, He even knows your thoughts. I want to try to keep a clean heart and a clean mind. Good luck with that one. Speak unto them, saying, at even ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall be filled with bread, and ye shall know that I am the Lord your God. See, God warned him. A lot of warnings in the Bible. O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? Out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. A good man out of the good treasure of the heart bringeth forth good things. An evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things. But I say unto you, every idle word men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. By thy words thou shalt be justified. By thy words thou shalt be condemned. Came to pass, at even, the quails came up and covered the camp. And in the morning the dew lay round about upon the host. And when the dew that lay was gone up, behold, the face of the wilderness, there lay a small round thing, as small as a hoarfrost on the ground. And when the children of Israel saw it, they said one to another, it is manna, for they wist not what it was. They called it manna. Did you know the word manna means? What is it? They didn't know, what is this stuff? And Moses said unto them, this is the bread which the Lord hath given you to eat. Notice he didn't bake it for them, put it on the table. They got to go pick it up, got to go work. If you want God to provide for you, go work, okay? If you're going to feed your family from fishing, don't go put a hook in the water, put 30 hooks in the water. If you don't have at least 2 or 3 incomes, you don't get it. If you rely everything on one job, you don't get it. You got to have 2 jobs at least, and you start your own business. What does the word manna mean in Hebrew? Manna means, what is it? They didn't know, so they still call it manna, okay? This is the thing which the Lord commanded. Gather of it every man according to his eating, and omer for every man. I've been reading my Bible for almost 55 years. I decided today to try to find out what. I don't know. I just figured it's an omer, it's some kind of quantity. An omer, I'll show you in a minute. My research. An omer for every man, according to the number of your persons, take ye every man for them which are in his. This guy says an omer is 9.3 cups. Ah, this guy says an omer is 1 cup. Well, this guy says the omer is 2 quarts. No, the omer is 4 quarts. No, 2.5 quarts. No, 9.3 dry cups. Oh, okay. No, it's only 1 cup. How about just a handful? I discovered after intensive research, nobody seems to know. And the children of Israel did so and gathered some more, some less. And when they did meet it with an omer, he that gathered much had nothing over. Some got more, some got less. The people that gathered more had nothing left over, and he that gathered little had no lack. They gathered every man according to his eating. People are different. If an omer is indeed a double handful, well, people got different size hands, don't they? Each person is different. God knows what you need every day. You may need more. Some people need more encouragement than other people. Some people can just plow right on. Everybody hates them. They don't care. Other people got to have a little pat on the back once in a while. Good job. God knows what you need. So the wilderness, manna. This Bible.ca, Canadian, seems to be pretty good, and a lot of stuff I've searched on there. I don't know if I agree with everything, but so far I found some good stuff on there. What's this wilderness of sin? And here they are gathering the manna. This is critical. Parents, sometimes you do too much for your kids. Make them learn to work. Be the best lesson they could learn. My God shall supply all your need, not all your wants, according to his riches in glory by Christ Jesus. And Moses said, let no man leave of it till the morning. He's telling these Jews now, don't save up any manna till tomorrow. You're going to have to get it again tomorrow. Notwithstanding, they hearkened not unto Moses. Moses told them what to do. They didn't listen. Some of them left it until the morning, and it bred worms and stank, and Moses was wroth with them. Moses was angry. I tried to warn you. Don't try to save it till tomorrow. 2 angels came down to warn Lot, get out of Sodom, we're going to destroy it. God gave them a warning. Genesis 31, God warned Laban, when you see that Jacob, don't say anything good or bad to him. That's one of my children. In Matthew 2, being warned of God in a dream that they should not return to Herod. This is the wise men when they came to see Jesus, who, by the way, was about 2 years old at the time. The wise men should not be at the manger scenes for Christmas. They departed in their own country another way. Ezekiel 3, when I say to the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand. God gives warnings. How many have seen the low bridge warning signs? Low bridge, low bridge. Let's see. Let me get to this one. This one's in North Carolina called the Can Opener Bridge. Flashing lights, bright yellow sign, warning, low bridge.
It's a bridge over troubled traffic. Bridge too low, or trucks too tall. For the past 5 years, Jurgen Henn, watch your back, has been using cameras to record the results and posting them on his website, 11.8, That happens to be the official clearance of the Grayson Street Railroad Trestle in Durham, North Carolina, affectionately known as the Can Opener Bridge. Some vehicles just get a shade. Others get stopped cold from nearby businesses. It can be
almost earth-shattering, and people jump out of their chairs.
some get off easy. An RV uses its AC behind. Trestle is a working railroad bridge.
Anyway, you can just Google idiots on forklifts, idiots on boats, idiots on bicycles. The internet's full of a bunch of idiots. Do you know that? They're, they're everywhere. Even some atheist channel, they're completely full of idiots on those channels. Okay, let's get back over here. Anyway, it's warning. Don't go under the bridge, but they don't listen. Some people just don't listen. How many of you, when you were a kid, should have listened to some advice you got from somebody and didn't, and something bad happened? Okay, tried to warn you. Don't do that. Okay. Behold, all souls are mine, Ezekiel 18. The soul that sinneth, it shall die. Ezekiel 18 again. The soul that sinneth, it shall die. God's warning you. We must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ. Everyone may receive the things done in his body, according to that he hath done, whether it be good or bad. Every one of us shall give an account of himself to God. You're going to give an account. I'm going to give an account. God's going to say, Hovind, I gave you this much and you only did this much. What happened in here? Now, maybe some people, God gives more to some than others. Some people have more athletic ability. Some have more intellect. Some have more creativity. I don't know what God gave you. You find out and say, God, how can I use it for you? What did you give me? And what can I do for you? I know for sure he didn't call me to be a mother. I know that. So find out what he's called you to do and do it. You've all got some kind of skill. Some of you could serve as professional bad examples. We don't need any more of them. Never mind. Okay. And they gathered it every morning, every man according to his eating. And when the sun waxed hot, it melted. It came to pass on the 6th day, they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers for one man. And all the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses. And he said, this is that which the Lord has said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto you, unto the Lord. Bake that which you will bake, and seethe that you will seethe. And that which remaineth over, lay up for you to be kept until the morning. What is seething? Seething. In cooking, it means to boil. So you're going to bake some of this manna and boil some of the manna. And they laid it up till morning as Moses bade, and it did not stink. Because this is the 7th day now, the rest day. Moses said, eat that today, for today is a Sabbath unto the Lord. Today ye shall not find it in the field. 6 days ye shall gather it, but on the 7th day, which is the Sabbath, there shall be none. So for 40 years, the people finally were learning. On the 6th day, God's going to give you twice as much, and don't go out on the 7th. Came to pass, there went out some people on the 7th day to gather, and they found none. They're not listening. And the Lord said unto Moses, how long refuse ye to keep my commandments and my laws? I tried to warn you. Listen to me. Matthew 24. Let me get my chart here. On the back of my timeline about what on earth is about to happen, for heaven's sake. We're headed for trouble. My theory of what the Bible teaches about the end times, tribulation, rapture, and all that stuff is on this chart, $10. On the back is the verses from Daniel and Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Matthew 24, at the beginning of the chapter, the disciples asked him, Lord, when are you coming back? And what's the sign we should watch for? Here it is. As he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? He answered and said to them, take heed that no man deceive you. Many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And they shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Ye shall hear of wars. See that ye be not troubled. All these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Folks, God does not want his children to be all nervous and troubled about end times. Nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, famines, pestilence, earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. He warned them what's coming. They shall deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And we're not supposed to get worried? No. the best thing could happen. John R. Rice started, and his brother Bill Rice, the Bill Rice Ranch, up in Tennessee. John Rice started the Sword of the Lord. He was preaching one time, and some guys that hated his preaching, they found him someplace in an alley somewhere, put a gun to his head. You're going to quit that preaching, or we're going to kill you. He said, you can't threaten me with heaven. What a way to think. They shall deliver you up, they shall kill you, ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another and hate one another. Christians are going to turn on other Christians. He warned us it's going to happen. So when it happens, take it in stride, okay? Many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Sin going to be everywhere. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. When you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Holy place isn't built yet. They're going to build it here soon. Whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of the house. Neither let him which is in the field turn back to take his clothes. And woe to them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world unto this time. No, nor ever shall be. He's warning us what's coming. He tells us all about the tribulation time. And by the way, we're going to be here for the whole thing. We get raptured out at the end of the tribulation. I wish it wasn't that way, but it is. You say, we're going to be out of here before the tribulation. Well, tell that to the Chinese Christians and the Christians in Iraq and the Christians that over millions have been killed in the last 2,000 years. Tell them. Except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Behold, I've told you before. I warned you. Jesus at the end of the passage, he said, wherefore if they say unto you, behold, he's in the desert, don't go see him. He's not out there. Behold, he's in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth unto the west, even so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Where the carcass is, with there the eagles will be gathered together. He warned them. So anyway, to finish the chapter. See, for that the Lord hath given you the Sabbath, therefore he giveth you on the 6th day the bread of 2 days. Abide ye every man in his place, let no man go out of his place on the 7th day. I probably get a call or text every day, somebody telling me I should keep the Sabbath. I'm just going to start responding, do you keep the Sabbath? I've never met anybody who does. None. They're the Pharisees. It's a modern day Pharisees, what they are. They think they're righteous, more righteous than you, because they don't do certain things on Sunday, Saturday. Don't go out of your house. Don't start an engine. Don't use utilities. We covered that the other time. Okay. So the people rested on the 7th day. And the house of Israel called the name thereof manna. It was like coriander seed, white. And the taste of it was like wafers made with honey. And Moses said, interesting closing verses here. This is the thing which the Lord commandeth. Fill an omer of it to be kept for your generations, that ye may see the bread wherewith I have fed you in the wilderness. He said, I want you to get some of this and put it in a jar, whatever size a omer is, and we're going to keep that. They kept it in the Ark of the Covenant. Inside that golden box where the 10 Commandments were was Aaron's rod, the 10 Commandments, and an omer of manna. Those are the 3 things they kept in there for centuries. When I brought you forth out of the land of Egypt. And Moses said, take a pot, put an omer full of manna therein, and lay it up before the Lord, to be kept for your generations. As the Lord commanded Moses, so Aaron laid it up before the testimony to be kept. Children of Israel did eat manna 40 years, till they came to a land inhabited. They did eat manna, till they came into the borders of the land of Canaan. Now an omer is the 10th part of an ephah. Oh, well, that helps. If I knew what an ephah was. I don't know that either. Okay. All right, any questions or comments?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain Jesus Christ talking about living as a eunuch? Well, a eunuch was, they would take slaves capture them from another country and cut their testicles off, okay? Castrate them. Make them a eunuch. That's what make a eunuch is. They do that with animals all the time. They call it a gelding, a horse, they do that. So the eunuch, Jesus said some people make themselves eunuchs. They don't mean they cut themselves off, but they just decide never to have children, never to get married, so they can serve God better. I think that's what that means. Some were made eunuchs by men, and others decided themselves, I'm going to not marry. Okay. Other questions? Justin, will you please explain how we're going to be here for the tribulation and the wrath of God and the tribulation are two completely different things? I do that for 20 hours on my Woe series. What on earth is about to happen? You get that for $100 on our website, drdino.com. Tribulation is what the world does to us. Jesus said we're going to have it. That's this yellow part here. That's the little yellow stripe. The Bible says clearly that the wrath of God comes in the day of the Lord. And I've got all the verses about that, about the wrath of God here. And just the chart's $10, okay? Get that, make a bunch of pictures of it, copy it, and then send it back if you want your $10 back. I just want people to get the information. Okay? So wrath is what God does to the world. Okay. Darren, will you pay, I will pay for your flight or gas if you choose to drive to go speak on Patrick Bet David podcast in Florida. I don't know who he is. Do you know anything about him?
No, I asked him and he didn't follow up. Wait.
Hey, I would like to speak on every podcast in the world, so please get me on there. I'd like to do it from here if we can. You can email our tech guy. He does the scheduling of my podcasts and programs, techsupport@drdino.com. Okay? Wise men from China? I don't think anybody knows. From the East. Okay? Chinese texts say they went, and that's how the emperor had the knowledge of Christ, and the Chinese language is based on God. Interesting. I've heard that story. I don't know that it's true. All it says is the wise men came from the East. And it took them 2 years to get there. They followed the star for 2 years, so it could easily. And when they got there, they said the young child was there, and it wasn't a baby anymore. So you may be right. I don't know. I can't prove it either way. Vinco, answer whether we're currently living in the last 7 years before the second coming. Vinco, I think so. I don't know, but I think the tribulation has started, and I think the rapture, the coming of the Lord, is going to be 2028, 29, 30, somewhere in there. I think we're in the end times. I think, if not, it wouldn't matter. I'm going to serve God anyway. Stay busy, serve God. Okay. I bought the Woe book, but haven't read it yet. Well, that doesn't do any good, Iron. You got to actually read it. I got a whole library full of books there, some of which I haven't read, many of which I haven't read. Okay. Is the brimstone the same as the stone filled to the brim? No. Brimstone is burning sulfur. I think I've never heard anybody disagree with that one. Burning sulfur, brimstone. Okay, let's see. As a foreshadow, Moses was punished for destroying the typology by striking the rock. I agree. We are his body and cannot be bruised. Second, in pre-trib is the only truth. Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. You're confusing tribulation and wrath, okay? If the body cannot be bruised, what about the Christians now being killed by the thousands all over the world? It's been standard for 2,000 years for Christians to be killed. Okay, I'm sorry. I think you're wrong about that. Any more?
Sir, I think that's about it.
Okay. All right, tomorrow night, whack an atheist. Haven't picked one yet. I got a whole long list to go on. If you know one needs whacked, send it to techsupport@drdino.com. And Dr. Hovind posts a list of books he has read.
We'll shoot a picture out there.
They don't make enough paper for that, and I've forgotten more things than I can remember. So I read, oh man, and just in prison, I read probably 2 books a week, so I read a lot. Some people don't listen. Okay, you needed my thumbnail for something?
Yeah, just
No.
be good.
Okay, we're good. See you tomorrow. Bye.